Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome. I am back with another video for our Unreal Engine 5 show series where we are making a multiplayer combat action game or whatever you want to call it. Let's just keep making functionality. In this video I think we should start enabling the damage towards our actual player that we are playing as. Because right now we can kill our enemy, they can't kill us. So we should enable it so that the enemy can actually kill us as well. So let's get into it. There's a couple of things that needs to be done. Because we want to reuse some of the functionality. If we go into our NPC, we have the weapon trace manager. It's the component that we made for our character, but we can reuse this for our NPC as well, so that we can trace with this one. That's one of the good things with components. We could reuse the animation states as well, I guess. No, because we are getting this specific. So there's different use cases for different things, right? The downside to this is that I am hard referencing the character component here. So if I want to use the NPC, I need to hard reference the NPC component. So either I make another trace for the NPCs and keep them separate. Another state, I mean, for the NPCs and keep them separate. Or I just do something like, could also do like this if this is not valid, because this might be a case where interfaces are better, because then I could just do this straight to the owner. But since I'm using, and it would go to both the NPC and the player, but since I'm using components, I want to make it very component based, so I guess we need to do something like this. So if the character manager is valid, we're gonna do this. But if the character manager is not valid, it means that we are likely an NPC. So then we can just do the same thing here and get the main hand from the NPC and then toggle damage trace and plug in the main hand from the NPC. I could do that, but I feel like it's messy. So I will probably just stick to my own stuff. So, but I think I'd rather just do like this. To keep it cleaner, I am actually just gonna duplicate this and make a new animation state for NPCs. And in this one, I'm just gonna swap this out for the NPC manager. It's gonna say that this is not available. I get the main, which we haven't set up yet. So let's go into our NPC manager. And set up the main hand stuff for the NPCs as well, the weapon stuff. I'm gonna open the character manager and just look at how that looks. So we have this set up components here. I'm actually just gonna copy that. To copy it from here. It's not used. I'm gonna I don't know. I don't think that's used. Anyway, set up components. I'm gonna copy the function from here into our MPC manager. I'm gonna create the main hand mesh and the offhand mesh variables. So now we have the components here as well. We're gonna do this a little bit differently here, because in the character manager, we have these entire rep notify functions where we do this. That's because we maybe want to be able to change weapons at runtime, stuff like that. For the NPC, I'm gonna keep it simple, so the NPC will stick to its own weapon all the time. I might do that for the player as well, we'll see. But I'm just gonna do custom event set main hand, custom event set off hand. Set up owning character. Do we set this? Set up default data. Yep. So we do set the details here. So from here, we're just gonna do async load asset. Gonna break here. We're gonna get the main hand mesh there. We're gonna get the main hand component. Cast to static mesh from completed. No, I need to get this. I need to set static mesh. So there we go. And after that, I need to attach component to component. We're gonna get the owning character. We set up, so the owning character is from this. Gonna get mesh and plug it in here. We're gonna change the location rules to snap to target, snap to target, snap to target, and the socket name, which we need to get from the main hand socket here. And I will try to copy. We'll copy all of this, do the same for the hand. But I will switch these to offhand mesh, offhand socket by control clicking or control holding down control and dragging this. And I will change the main hand stuff here to the offhand. Here we go. And at the end of the chain from the begin play, I will do set main hand. And we'll do set offhand. And just to explain here, the reason we're doing it this way is because, as I said, maybe we want to be able to change the weapons at runtime for the player. I'm not sure the exact direction I'm going. I want to keep it simple. If I'm ever gonna get far in this show, this series, we should keep it pretty simple. So I'm not sure we will implement having weapon swapping once you're in an actual game or not. But this is to be able to change weapons at runtime. With this setup, begin play triggers on all of the clients anyway. So it's gonna trigger this for all of the clients, and since we set up the same data for all of the clients, everything here will be replicated. Or it's not gonna be replicated per se, but it's gonna trigger for each client with the same settings. So they will look the same for all of the clients. So this is no rep notify or anything here. We're just setting it after begin play, but it's gonna be set the same thing on all the clients and everything. So that's cool. We now need to set that up. And this guy here is unarmed, right? So I'm just gonna grab a sphere. Gonna make a small sphere, 0.1 maybe. That seems good. Gonna go to tools, merge actors, and I'm just gonna merge it into a, I don't know, I'll put it in here in the NPCs folder. SM, static mesh, NPC, unarmed. Now you can see we have this tiny little sphere here. So if we go to our data table, I'm gonna set this as the main hand. SM NPC unarmed. I will do socket name equip NPC unarmed. To add the socket to our skeleton as well. This is the master skeleton. And I'm gonna add it to the left hand, because you see this attack here is left hand. So actually, let's call it add socket C unarmed L for unarmed left, and that's the thing we should use here then as well. Underscore L, because maybe we want to attack with both arms as well. And I got a shit ton of errors here now, because this was not valid. So this is the NPC manager, tick rotation. I got a lot of access none errors here, because we're trying to rotate without this. So I'm gonna convert that to a validated get. And we're only gonna do this if this is valid. Just a quick error fix. Let's see if... Okay, he did not get that one. Why did he not get that one? He should have one of those thingies in his arm hand. Access non-trying to read main hand mesh components. Main hand mesh, so this is not correct. We need to actually set up components first. Set up components. You can see it's down there, so it's not in the correct position. asset died. I do not know when it died. How? Maybe there's up. Right, it seems that a lot of my audio wasn't coming through that one, and it's a lot lower than it usually is, I can see. I'm gonna finish the video and we'll see. I need to watch it again and maybe we'll see if I like it or not. But it's annoying. Alright, we shall see. I don't know, I'll have to listen to this afterwards. I can see that the volume is very low now as well. I don't know what happened. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the same thing. It's this, get the owner, get the component by class. We are gonna the C manager, and from here we'll do the weapon hit. And the same here. Actually, not if it's here. We're gonna do is valid first. It's not valid. So if it's not valid, that means this is not C. So then we're gonna do dominant C. Same here. Is valid. Because we need to add the state to the animations. So let's run track and this is the damage base. That works. And it works. Continue with this in the next video. I don't want to keep recording this because I don't know got messed up, and I will fix it and keep working on this one in the next video. I will see you all later. Bye!